going to show you how to solve problems on your study guide. Let's look at first problem. First, I'm going to write down the problem. While I write down the problem, you're gonna try your own to see if you could solve it. So you have to show all the steps using inverse operation. Otherwise, you're not gonna get full credit from the test and from homework. So you need to isolate 5x. Then you need to get rid of this negative 17. So to get rid of it, you need to do opposite of negative, which is positive. So you're adding 17 both sides. When you add 17 from both sides, you'll be left with just 5x on the left. Right side, if you add 18 and 17, you'll have 35. 5x. From there, you need to get rid of coefficient 5. 5 and x are multiplied, so you need to divide it by 5. Once you divide from the left side, you have to divide that value from your right side. 5 will cancel each other. You'll be left with x. 35 divided by 5 is 7. While I'm writing down the problem, stop the video. You're gonna try your own first. So what you're gonna do here is you wanna keep the variable term. So this needs to be here on your right side, but 4 needs to go. 4 is positive 4, so remove it. You need to subtract 4. Once you subtract from one side, you have to subtract the same value from the left side. 7 minus 4 becomes 3. Right side, once you get rid of 4, you'll be left with just negative 2y. Now, to isolate y, you have to look at negative 2 and y. Negative 2y means negative 2 is multiplied to y. So opposite of multiplication is division. So you need to divide both sides by negative 2. Then you have y equals negative 3 over 2. This time, you are going to, again, I'm going to write down the problem and you're going to try your own to see if you can solve it on your own. You need to keep the variable term, but 5 needs to go. 5 is positive 4, so you can get rid of it by subtraction. 13 minus 5 will get you 8. Right side, you will be left with x over negative 6. To isolate x, you need to get rid of bottom denominator negative 6. X is divided by negative 6. So you need to multiply negative 6 both sides. And then you'll be left with, so negative 6 will be gone. You have x on your right side. Left side is negative 6 times 8 is negative 48. I'm going to try to write down the problem, and you're gonna try your own to see if you could solve it. You need to keep the variable. Negative 13 needs to go. Opposite of negative is positive. So you need to positive 13 to both sides. Negative 13 plus 13 will be gone. You'll be left with just the variable and variable k. Those two things are multiplied. Right side, 23 plus 13 is 36. To get rid of fraction coefficient, you need to multiply it by its reciprocal. So you're doing negative 4 over 5 multiplied to both sides. Then once you multiply fraction by its reciprocal, then it becomes 1. So 1 times k is just k. Right side, 36 times negative 4 is negative 144. Bottom, you still have 5. 36 is 36 over 1, so you can think 1 times 5 is 5, and 36 times 4 is 144. While I write down the problem, you're going to try your own again. You're going to isolate your variable, which is right here. You have to keep h over 2.5 needs to stay. So we're getting rid of 1.1. So subtracting 1.1 from both sides. So left side, you'll be left with just a variable term, which is h over 2.5. 1.22 minus 1.1 will get you 0.12. Now you need to get rid of bottom denominator, 2.5. So you need to multiply 2.5 both sides. So 2.5 cancel each other. You'll have 0.12 times 2.5. Then you have to count the decimal points. You have 2 and 1. So total decimal you need is 3. So you're moving decimals 1, 2, 3. So it's 0.3. So h equals 0.3. For this type of problem, you're allowed to use calculator.